Of course, everyone's prayers and best wishes are with those officers and the federal marshal who are now at Bayfront Medical Center.
And Mark,
2 in critical condition and 1 in stable. Yes.
Mark, we're just getting word from our producer that has been confirmed that one of those officers has passed away. So we just literally got that information just as you were speaking. So
we had heard that earlier. We hesitated to say that until it was confirmed, and certainly this elevates the tragedy of the situation.
I hate to interrupt you, Mark. As you know, there's a news conference going on right now at the hospital with Police Chief Harmon, and we've just gotten even more grim news, and it gives me a horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach. 2 officers now we know have passed away.
And the 2 officers apparently were in critical condition when they were transported to the hospital, and obviously could not hang on. This is a very, very serious situation. Whenever you have 2 fallen officers here in the Bay Area, a hostile situation. We still have 1 U.S. Marshal who apparently is in stable condition. So there is some.
And again, they have been negotiating with this. As you can see, there's the armored truck going in now. They've been negotiating with this man's family members for him to come out, but at last we heard that he was still shooting at police officers. So again, our pilot reporter Judd Chapin, who is not over the scene specifically so that nothing is compromised, far enough back that he can still see, however, that TPD armored car gonna push down that house.
All right, now I believe we're gonna go back out to Mark Douglas, who's live on the scene with more information. Mark?
Well, we just saw another one of these armored vehicles, this one with Homeland Security on its side, presumably a truck that, you know, it's not one you normally see. I've never seen this.
Hands on deck. They even saw something that could have come through a vehicle from MacDill Air Force Base. So we know we have Tampa Police, Hillsborough County, Pinellas, and Homeland Security is on the scene.
And we're, of course, going to get a briefing from Police Chief Harmon from the hospital a little bit later on. But again, those 2 officers, the St. Pete police officers, were told in critical condition, stable condition for the U.S. Marshal. Thurgood Marshall Middle School was locked down, and a lot of folks evacuated from their homes. As you mentioned earlier, This is right around the time people will be getting ready to head out to work. Now, it's also important to mention that during that news conference just a moment ago with Mike Petz, that he said that they have not had any communication with this suspect since the last officer was taken out of the house. They have been utilizing negotiations, talking to family members.
So he was talking to negotiators at one point. Now, we don't know if he's not talking because he's down, or maybe he's passed out from the gas, or whether he was wounded and shot and maybe not. Maybe he's dead. At this point, nobody knows what's going on with the suspect, but we do know that the utility device...
the home with this suspect that they were seeking, and they did get in, knocked the door down, got the officer out, and again, they've had no contact with the suspect, no communication, I should say, at least in perhaps the last hour or so.
And it sounds like, you know, when police originally got there to serve the warrant, and this was a joint operation, the woman that answered the door was being cooperative because she did alert police that the suspect had made his way into the attic, and that's when they went after him. You know, at that point, we do not know how 2 officers got out and 1 remained inside, but that was the most critical situation, is getting that officer out so he could be rushed to the hospital, and then they could stabilize the situation and try to get to the suspect.
And again, a lot of this information you can find at tbo.com. This is looking outside of Bayfront Medical Center this morning, and again, the police chief, Chief Harmon, is going to give an update on the situation from there. I think we're expecting that at about 11 o'clock this morning, and of course we'll bring that to you when it happens. And again, right now, just a very tense situation, and still no communication in the last hour or so with this person inside this house, and they are still trying to figure this whole thing out and bring it to some resolution. I tell you, it's been a tough situation down there for those folks.
Yeah, we remember they're moving in SWAT teams. They had people located all around the house. So we pull back when we're told to pull back, and
don't want to compromise anything at all. You know, our crews have been out all morning long and gathering information. We did talk to a woman who lives close by to kind of get her perspective. Reporter Natalie Shepard got this interview just a short time ago.
His ex-girlfriend is that girl right there in that